Here's the truth about parenting. Most of us have no clue what we're doing, but we are experts at making stuff up as we go. So if you ever feel like you suck at raising those little humans, welcome to the club. Every week, I'm talking to some of the most raw, hysterical, and fearless kid raisers I know. Because the truth is, we're all just winging it. Welcome to Parenting on the Fly. Mary Ward is an accomplished actress whose career has spanned more than 25 years. She is a member of Actors Equity and Screen Actors Guild /AFTRA. Mary is an Independent Spirit Award nominee and has had leading roles in film and TV. Her stage credits include Broadway, off-Broadway, and regional theater, and she attended the University of Iowa as an undergrad and holds a graduate degree from the London Academy of Music and Dramatic Art. Mary has run acting and improv classes and camps for children, youth, and adults since 2002, and she resides in upstate New York with her husband and 3 children. Quick little disclaimer, Miss Mary Ward was suffering from a nasty cold, but she showed up anyway. Welcome to the show, Mary Ward!
Thanks, Nastia. Thanks for having me.
I'm so excited to have you because you started this whole thing for me. You know that?
Really?
You started this whole thing for me.
Wow.
I wouldn't be doing improv if it weren't for you.
Oh my gosh, I'm honored. Thank you.
I'm honored. So for the listeners who don't know, Miss Mary Ward is my first improv teacher. She is my mentor, whether she likes it or not. And she's my friend.
Aww.
And we have a lot in common, even though we have a lot that's not in common as well. But Mary is a mother of 3 almost grown kids.
Well, no, they're pretty grown.
Yeah, they're grown actually. No,
Yeah.
they're grown. So she is on the opposite end of the spectrum for me. I can't even imagine having or not having kids at home. That's pretty crazy. How does that feel right now?
Oh, right now?
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. It's in the beginning it was a huge adjustment when my oldest, who is 24 at this point. I have 24, 22, and 20.
Okay.
When the 24-year-old went off to school, the first 3 weeks I slept in her bed. I just couldn't. It was so difficult. Of course, I did not let her know that.
Right, of course.
Right. And then she came home for the first holiday, Columbus Day weekend. And she was the girl that she should be becoming, and all was right with the world. And, you know, they go away and then they come back and they're slightly different versions of themselves,
right.
Bigger versions of themselves. And there's that proud mama thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
So with each kid, it got easier, actually, because I knew that in just a short amount of time, those feelings of, oh my God, empty nest, blah, 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 were gone. And then you go, oh, this is exciting. New chapter for them, new chapter for me.
Yeah.
So it's exciting, to answer your question.
That's awesome. And you definitely helped me acclimate to and get prepared for my son going off to college. So Mary's son, Joe, and my son, Tyler, played lacrosse together. And Joe is 2 years older than Tyler. So she kind of, you know, walked me through the whole college process because I was not prepared. And now you're right. It's now we're about 6 weeks in and all is well. Like when I see Tyler, it's like, oh, that's my boy and he's doing well and he's adjusted.
Yeah,
and
I mean, we raised them
yeah.
to grow up and go
It's
out
true.
into the world.
Yeah.
So, yay.
And be good people.
Right. 1 down, 3 to go for you.
Oh,
right?
God. So long to go. It's going to be forever. Yeah, I mean, I think the whole goal of parenting for me anyways has always been to raise good, decent human beings who are respectful and kind and not assholes. Like that's it. Like,
Yeah.
just do that.
Yeah.
And you'll be good and we'll be good.
Exactly. Exactly. I think it's one of those things too where, especially as I observe other parents and their techniques and ways of doing things, and you're always sort of grabbing from other people too. You're like, oh, well, that's a good little tactic, and putting in your little grab bag of tricks. But But I think deep down, all of us, that's really what we want for our kids.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely. It is. And you just want them to be well adjusted. And I think actually knowing that you're so Mary is an improv teacher. She teaches adults. She teaches children. She teaches people of all ages, and she's fantastic at it all.
Oh, thank you.
But you have to really guide younger students, I think, because it's such a transitional time, that middle school-ish time. Middle school is scary. Middle school is, that was the one period of time I would not do over again. Like,
yeah,
I would not.
I think that's probably universal.
Yeah. Middle school is wretched. So how do you think your improv students benefit in terms of like dealing with their peers or dealing with each other?
Just being able to listen.
Right.
Just that's the bottom line, and to be able to actually listen to what somebody else is saying to them. And I think that's super, super hard. You're right. Once they hit 12, 13, it's all those changes are going on. It's really hard for them to get their sea legs.
Yeah.
And so I feel like my role in their life is to just get them to listen.
Yeah.
Not just hear.
Right.
Listen.
Yeah. It's helped me too, for sure, because when I do scenes with people or when I interact with people now, you really do, because you're if you don't, you'll miss things. If you're already in your head thinking about what you're going to say next, you're going to miss some gem that somebody just delivered to you, and then it's going to be lost and it's going to be gone. So I think it's an important quality to have in life in general, just listening. Mm-hmm. All right, so we're gonna jump right in. We're gonna jump right into what we do here, and this is exciting because Mary has been my teacher for 2 years now, maybe.
Yeah, about
2 years. And Mary does not ever perform for us, with us. I'm sure there are some improv teachers who will get up and like do a little ditty or show.
Well, actually, that's not true. In the high school class, I have on occasion.
Oh, okay. Right, all right. Well, I have not been privy to that. I'm excited because we get to do improv together today. I'm not just the student anymore. We are comrades in improv. So we're going to start off the show as we always do with a one-word suggestion from our random word generator. And the goal, as always, is to get back to parenting somehow, some way. Usually it happens very easily. I'm going to try my best to find a word that...
Are you searching?
I am. I'm just clicking away.
Wait, but your brain is already... Never mind.
I know, but I feel like okay, fine. I'll just come up with a word. Fine, Mary. See, she's already teaching. Okay. All right, so the word is peanuts.
Charlie Brown.
Comic.
Wonder Woman.
Oh, badass.
I'm just going to say it. Mother.
See, that's too easy.
Took us like 5 words to get there.
This is why I try to find.
Want to do another one?
Yeah, let's do another one. Okay.
Sorry.
Actually, no, you start this one. You come up with the first word.
Candy.
Willy Wonka.
Chocolate.
German.
Study abroad.
Drinking.
Pilsner.
That's a good beer. Marijuana.
The Green State.
A red state? I don't... Okay. I'm like, what's the green state?
I don't know. I just made it up.
All right. All right, I'm going to do a red state.
Red state? Okay. Florida.
Beach.
Mangroves.
Oranges.
Deep sea fishing.
Dolphins.
Water skiing.
Yacht.
Did you say yacht?
I said yacht.
Captain?
Pilot.
Parenting. I got us back.
Because you are the pilot of your children.
Yeah, sure.
I like it. I'll take it. It's great. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, goodness. You know, some of, honestly, my fondest memories of the past 2 years have been in your improv class because I had no idea. Like, I had no idea for sure. And I've talked to many people that are interested in doing improv, and I am always like, take it, do it, because there's such a joy that comes out of it. You go there, and we would sit and stand for an hour and a half, and it was just pure ridiculously, pure just letting loose. It's playtime for adults. That's what it is. I think and that's why for me it allows me to get out of my head and not be so serious and not be so uptight. So do you feel like that's been the main feel for most of your students, that it's
definitely. I mean, they truly do walk through the door and sometimes literally put their phones in a box. I have the phone box.
Oh yes.
And they're silenced, not the people, the phones.
Right.
And it's a genuine offering of, I am going to leave that world in this box for now because I'm in a bigger box. Mm-hmm. And I think today especially, it's super hard to have that kind of a space and that kind of an experience because we're so connected 24/7. Mm-hmm. And I mean, technology is a beautiful thing, no doubt about it. You need to have a balance.
Yeah.
And I feel like what we do in that room is the balance.
For sure. Do you think any old parent off the street could somehow benefit from taking an improv class?
Totally. You use it every day in your life. I'm using it right now. Mm-hmm. I'm building off of what you're saying. I'm listening to you. I'm present. Yes, anybody, any parent, any child any person could benefit from incorporating improv into their everyday lives. We must.
Yeah, I think we do it anyways because we have to.
Right, you don't wake up in the morning and you go, and then this will happen, and then this. Right. You don't know what's going to happen.
No. And if you do plan it out that meticulously, it usually does not follow that path.
No, there's right. There's always a wrench,
right,
being thrown into it.
Yeah, and kids are usually the wrench. Kids are.
Yeah, usually... that was the yeah. I mean, and I know that you experienced this too. The kids when they're young and really young, like babies, and you go, okay, I got this, and then something happens. And it totally negates the thing that you thought you knew. And every single day is a new experience. And talk about listening and trying to really hear and being able to really hear silent signals, verbal signals, physical signals from your kids. That's hard.
Yeah. It's very, very hard, especially when you have more than one to pay attention to.
Right.
Because you have a lot of voices coming at you and things coming at you.
And with your parenting position, you have such a beautiful, grand age range in them that you're experiencing all of the different everything.
I'm not sure it's beautiful or grand all the time, Mary.
I think it is.
It's kind of draining and exhausting because I think about it and I'm like, okay, yes, I have a kid that's in college, but then I also have a kid that's being potty trained right now. And
and everything in between.
And everything in between. It's a little exhausting, but completely.
But that's what we signed up for.
It is true. Mm-hmm. It is true. And mm-hmm. I think every parent can benefit from being able to roll with it. And it's funny because a lot of my previous doula clients have been first-time moms and their partners first-time parents. Mm-hmm. And they do have this, a lot of the times, have this very regimented thing in their head where how they think parenting is going to be, how they think it is going to go.
Right. And think about all the thousands of books that have been written. And you go, okay, I can take some of it, but most of it is my gut.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you just got to roll with it, go with what feels good and feels right for your family and your kid and your situation, and pray that they end up being an awesome human being. Like that's
Yeah, and they will.
Yes, they will.
Yes.
Especially our kids, because we're awesome. All right, so Miss Mary, it is monologue time for you, madame.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm going to use the random word generator because I'm just, it's early. I'm tired. All right. So Miss Mary is going to be given a word, and she's going to give a short 2-minute-ish monologue relating to that word. Doesn't have to be exactly to that word, but just, this word makes me think of this one time. And she will go from there. And then after that, we will build a scene. So we've never done this scene before. We've never practiced. We didn't talk about it. We didn't do anything prior to this meeting right here, right now. So you will hear it for the first time and the last time. And your word today is sunshine.
Sunshine. Sunshine makes me think of the state that I grew up in, Florida, the Sunshine State. And Florida is a very different place now than when I was growing up. And I suppose that's a good thing. And progress is always good. And where I grew up, which was about 20 minutes from the first key, south of South Miami, I grew up in what used to be a mango grove. And my days, whether there was school or not, my days were spent either deep into the woods with my basket full of Bobbsey twin books, where I would then act out all of the parts, and my mother would leave me a bologna and mustard sandwich on the back porch, which I hated. And I would take it anyway and then bury it because I felt so bad that my mom made me this sandwich. And for years, to this day, she still thinks I love bologna sandwiches. And the other thing about growing up in what used to be a mango grove, we had 19 mango trees in my property. And like I said, it didn't matter if it was a school day or not a school day. I was either deep into the woods with my Bobbsey twin books, or I was climbing the trees with the neighborhood kids, and we would have mango wars. And if you don't know what a mango war is, I shall explain. A mango war is you take the most rotten, squishiest mangoes off the ground that you can find, and then you climb the tree, and then you throw them at your opponent. And the more covered in mango you are at the end, actually, the more points you get. So it was sort of like the goal was to get completely
hit as much
in mangoes, and then we'd jump in the water and then I'd go home, and I don't ever remember a day where I wasn't happy with this lifestyle until I hit the age of 12. And then I realized I wanted something more, and South Florida was not going to offer that to me, and set my sights on bright lights, big city, and that offers me my sunshine now.
Oh,
and there's my story.
I love that. It's so sweet. It's sunshine just like Mary, and that's a perfect word for Mary, because Mary just exudes sunshine and positivity and light, and that's why I love her. Okay, well, we have to build a scene off of that sweet story now.
Okay.
I'm going to take a minute to think. Not too long, though. All right, Susie, are you ready to go to the Grove today? Because I am so ready to get Steven back for what he did to us yesterday.
Yeah, he's so gross.
Oh my God, he's the grossest. Okay, so I brought us sandwiches. so that we didn't have to get hungry during the day. I really hope you like bologna and bratwurst because it's my favorite sandwich.
Yum.
Doesn't that sound great? Okay, great. So we're going to have our bologna and bratwurst sandwiches, and we're going to sit and eat them, and then we're going to wait for Steven and his crew to come because I know that they are going to find the squishiest mangoes today.
Yeah. And you know what?
What?
Steven smells.
Really?
Yeah.
Like what?
Like rotten onions.
Really?
Yeah.
Ew, that's so gross.
I know.
Wait, were you close to him?
Well, yeah, he was in my brother's bedroom.
Ew.
Yeah. And it like wafted into, that's a new word I just learned. Wafted into my room.
Wow, that's a big word.
They were listening to this album. It was called the Beatles' White Album. And they kept playing it backwards.
That's so weird.
Isn't that weird?
Your brother's kind of cute.
He's all right.
No, he's kind of cute, but
right.
That's super weird.
It's so weird.
So weird. I don't know why
It's
boys
so weird.
are
But
like
boys
that.
are weird.
They are like okay. Oh,
Right, so go get, yeah, okay.
they're coming. Oh my god. Okay. So listen, I have a secret stash of something that I brought because I really want to win this time because they always win. They always win.
I know.
It's not fair.
I know.
So I brought something. Don't let them see. But I brought my little brother's dirty diapers.
Oh my god. We could wrap the dirty diaper in the mango.
Oh my god, yes.
And that could be like our big bomb.
That would be amazing. They wouldn't even know.
They wouldn't even know.
They wouldn't even know.
They wouldn't know.
They wouldn't. They would be so mad, and we would finally win because they always get us.
Yeah.
We're always the dirtiest.
Totally. Totally.
God. Okay. So I'm gonna give you some dirty diaper bombs. Let's stuff these mangoes. Let's stuff them in.
Perfect.
Okay, this is great.
Oh my god. They're so squishy.
They really smell.
Oh my god.
I think my brother's
Like Steve.
Steve does smell, but I think my brother's been eating like lots of peas or something because it's kind of green.
Ew.
Yeah.
Great. Perfect.
That's perfect. They're not even gonna know what hits them, and they're gonna go run screaming for the hills. I know they will.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, here they come. Hey, boys.
Hi.
Hey, what's up, girls?
Nothing.
Yeah, so me and my boys we're so ready to do this mango war, and we're gonna get you guys just like we did last week.
Oh, I'm so scared. I'm such a girl.
Yeah, me too. Oh my god, what are we going to do?
Oh, we're gonna lose again.
Yeah, that's right. So, okay, guys, you guys ready? You get on your side of the field, and we'll get on our side of the field, and we'll do this at the count of 3, okay?
Okay, we're just stupid girls.
Okay, we'll do it. Whatever.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. What the heck? What the heck, guys? What is this? Oh, it smells so bad.
Yeah, like you.
What? Is this a dirty diaper? This is so gross.
Yeah.
We got you guys. See, you're never gonna win now because you smell like poop.
Girls rule.
We're the best.
God, this is disgusting. Man, that was actually really cool, guys.
What?
Like that was. I mean, I know I smell like baby poop right now, but that was kind of cool that you guys thought of that.
Thanks.
Yeah.
We just wanted to win, Steve, because you always win.
You know what, guys? You guys win. You guys win this time. You beat us.
Fair and square.
Yay! End scene.
That was fun being a kid again. I was actually visualizing the whole thing.
Mango.
Steve had red
diapers.
hair, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
In my world, he had red hair.
Yeah, totally see that. Totally see that, Steve.
Speaking of boy funk, this leads perfectly. It's a perfect segue.
Okay.
Last night, my family and I came home. We were in Clifton Park, which is like an hour and a half north of where we live, where my son plays hockey now. He has moved to a new team, and he's playing in this AAA team, and it's really competitive, and it's great, and it's awesome. It's wonderful. However, he played 2 games yesterday.
Wow.
Okay? So he comes home. He's 11 years old. It's that time. He's starting to change. He's starting to become a young man.
Right.
And with that, he smells
Pretty bad.
Bad.
Yeah.
Like bad, Mary.
Yeah.
So much so that I'm like, and he does, I don't know what it is. I don't know if Joe was like this as a kid, but he hates taking showers. Like, hates.
Oh, no. In middle school, I'm not sure he showered.
What is that?
No, I don't know. Because I would say, Joe, did you shower? Yeah. I said, today? No. And it would be like Thursday. Yeah. When did you last shower? I think Saturday afternoon, maybe.
Oh my God.
I don't know what it is. And then the Axe, does he have like Axe or what's the new?
Yeah, no, this Axe is still being used.
Yeah.
He doesn't use it actually because my son is highly allergic and all of that spray stuff like interferes with his lungs. So he doesn't use it.
Good.
But no, it's not because everything's just
Which is worse though, that the masking of smells with Axe.
I don't know. So I almost had to like throw him in the shower yesterday. I was like, you're getting in the shower. You played 2 games.
Oh no, he has to shower.
You have to shower. You have school tomorrow. Do you want to be the smelly kid? Nobody wants.
That's so gross.
You don't want to be the smelly kid.
Yeah.
So I hear him in the shower. I hear the water running. He comes out. His head's wet. He's wet. I'm like, okay. I'm like, did you use soap? And he looked.
He didn't?
I saw the corner of his mouth just begin to curl up like he was like,
wow.
He wanted to lie. And he's like, yeah, I did. I'm like, no, you didn't. I was like, let me smell your hair. Smell his hair. Smells like water to me. Like, doesn't smell like, let me smell under your arm. I lifted up his arm. I lifted up his arm.
Gross. Oh my God, you're such a good mom.
I don't know.
You're such a good mom.
It smelled like onions. It was horrible.
Right?
I'm like, what?
What is that?
I'm like, Bryson, that's not clean.
Yeah.
That's not clean. That is not, no. I'm like, you need to go back in the shower. He's like, oh, Mom. And he does like the floppy arm, like, oh, why do I have to, Mom?
It burns.
Yeah.
It burns.
It's not acid. It's water.
Right.
Oh my gosh. So he goes back in the bathroom. I hear the water again. And I go in there to check on him because I want to make sure that there's actually soap being used. And the tub is filled with water because I guess he was sitting in the tub. I don't know what he was doing, but the tub was filled with water. And he's leaning over the edge of the tub with his feet dangling out of the, I swear to God, his feet are dangling on the outside of the tub and he's splashing water underneath his armpits.
Creative.
So he doesn't have to get back in the tub.
Wow.
I'm like, what?
I don't know.
Yeah. I lifted up his legs and I threw him in the tub.
Yeah, duh.
And I like poured soap all over him. I'm like, scrub! I'm like, this is...
Wow.
Oh, God. Boys, I swear.
Right.
My daughter would never.
No, my girls did not.
Yes.
Which is why when my son was going through that phase, it was so utterly shocking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, but why would you want to be clean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I love your daughters. Mary has the sweetest and like... If I was a single gal and didn't have children and was just getting my life together and living it, like I wanna trade places with them because
Aww.
Gracie and Winnie are just cool. Like they're just super cool. Like I want to be them when I grow up.
And they're because they love you.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, the feeling is mutual.
And they're just very strong women. And I love that.
They are strong. They're very strong, and they've recently become roommates in New York City.
No way!
Yeah, I just moved Winnie in on Saturday.
Oh my gosh!
It's a 3-bedroom apartment, and they're one of their very good friends is in the 3rd bedroom. But it's a real. It makes me smile.
Aww.
Yeah.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
That's what you want to feel about your kids. Like they're out in the world doing their thing.
And they said they wanted to be roommates because what better person to live with? Because as sisters, they know they know their flaws, they know their strengths, they know their weaknesses, they know their assets, they know all that stuff. And for years they've been able to, they've been able to just go directly to the source and say, pick up your shit or, whatever.
Yeah.
And so anyway, as a parent, it is nice to see that in your kids. You go, wow, we really want to live together? Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And I mean, I'm not saying, oh, I'm so perfect, but I'm just saying, and because let's face it, it is a two-way street. You parent and you have a child, and it's a constant work in progress. And your successes and your failures are not your child's, and vice versa.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're not responsible for them and everything they do anymore.
Right. Right. But I don't know. I might take a little bit of credit for this one.
Yeah, you can. You can totally. You're 2/3 of that roommate equation. You're parenting. So we are at the point in our show where we like to sit down and have a chat with one of the children of our guest. So Mary has 3 children.
Oh, it's so fun. Which one should I choose?
She can choose whoever she likes, and she will have to answer these questions that I'm going to give her based on how she thinks one of her children would answer them. So you take a minute, let me know who I'm interviewing, and then we'll get started.
Wait, this is going to be broadcast, right?
Yes.
Which one of my kids would be thrilled to have me imitate them?
Oh, yeah. Think about that.
Well, there's...
I think they all would.
Well, I know which one I would have more fun with.
All right, then do that one.
Okay. Hi, my name's Joe.
Oh, hi, Joe. Thanks so much for joining us here on the show today. I'm so happy to have you.
Yeah.
So, Joe, how old are you?
I'm 20.
Okay, cool. So you're in college right now?
Yeah.
Awesome. Are you enjoying college?
Oh, yeah. It's great.
Okay, cool. What's your major?
I'm an English major.
Okay, and what do you plan on doing with an English major?
I don't know yet. College is a place for me to figure that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I have a lot of extracurriculars. I'm deeply involved in various clubs on campus. I started my own film club. I'm a senator for the university. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. You got a resume already there, kid.
Yeah.
All right, so Joe, you know that I love your mom so much. She's like one of my most favorite people in the world.
Yeah.
What do you like about your mom?
I do feel like I can call my mom at any time and talk to her. And I like that about her. She always picks up the phone, and even if she's in the middle of something, she'll take a few minutes to finish up, and she'll call me back. And she's very generous.
Oh, that's
she's
great.
Also really, really generous.
That's really great. So that all sounds lovely, but I know that being a 20-year-old boy, that you can't always get along with your parents, and you can't always agree with them. So what's something that she's done recently that's like really pissed you off or ticked you off? She just did not understand you.
Wow. This is going to be broadcast, isn't it?
It is, Joe. It is.
Well, I understand it. I don't really get that mad at her, because I try to understand her side of things. But I was supposed to get the car this summer, and my sister Winnie ended up taking it and using it because she needed to stay home for the summer and make money, because she and my other sister just moved in together in an apartment in New York City. And cool. It's awesome. And there's my dog. I totally get it and everything, but I was I had to walk everywhere this summer, and there were 3 cars at my parents' house, so each person living there had their own car. And I get it. I really do get it. And yeah,
but I had to walk. And then my dad and my mom actually, they bought me a bike, which was helpful, but it was tiring. And if I had the car, things would have just gone much smoother. Because I had equipment and stuff that I had to schlep around because I was a filmographer this summer.
Yeah.
For Upward Bound, and it was just kind of hard. And I can't say I was mad, but yeah, I guess I was.
Sounds like you kind of were, though, Joe. Sounds like you were kind of mad.
Yeah.
But
I'm getting the car now, so that's good.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. Well, it worked out for you.
Yeah. It's just that sometimes I think they put my sisters first.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So was it tough growing up in a household with 3 super strong women and your dad who's super cool?
Yeah. I mean, sometimes I felt like they didn't really understand me. And yet on the other hand, I feel like they really did take care of me. And like my best friend really is Winnie, my sister, my middle sister. And I learned a lot about female of the species, so to speak, growing up with these 3 women. And my dad wasn't really around very much. Although we were close, he wasn't, physically there because we were living in the Midwest and his job was in New York. And so I'd only see him on the weekends. And I suppose my sisters and my mom did their best to, make sure that I was raised right. And I have a deep respect for women. So that's what it was like. Although, all right, I'm going to be honest. Sometimes they can be a little controlling.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Yep.
I can't imagine.
Yep.
That's crazy.
No, I know.
So what's the most, or what's an example of something that they're very controlling about?
Okay, so like my mom, she runs this business and everything, and like every once in a while, there'd be these shows and stuff, and she would be like, everybody has to drop everything the day of the show and go and help her. Not that I wouldn't have normally, but I just would like somebody to ask me, and like my, I have my life too, and I really liked being a part of her shows and everything. But, we always had to get there early and all that sort of thing. And she's just really controlling about, like, her schedule. Yeah, her schedule.
Yeah, well, it kind of happens when you become an adult and you grow up and you
No,
have
I get that. I get it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no,
just saying.
No, I understand. So do you feel like you're still a kid when you come home from college? You still feel like you get treated like a kid?
Yeah. Sucks.
I understand. Why do you think that still is? Why do you think?
Because I have to like tell her where I'm going, and up at school I don't have to tell her where I'm going. She doesn't know where I am.
It's true.
She says it's because I'm at the house under her roof, and it's like a safety thing. But I really think it's more about controlling.
So you think it goes back to the controlling
I
thing?
do, yeah.
Well, I think at the end of the day, your mom just really wants you to be safe and happy, and maybe, perhaps may overstep sometimes, but that's what parents do because it's out of love. You know what I mean? It's definitely out of love.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, Joe. Do you want to tell me anything else about yourself? Like, what is your favorite thing to do at school? What's your favorite pastime activity?
Well, I have to say probably my favorite pastime is going to the movies. I love going to the movies. And if I had a car, I could actually go more often.
All right. Well, hopefully your mom will be listening to this and she will, maybe.
Wait, my mom's going to listen to this?
Yeah, she probably is.
Oh. Hi, Mom.
Joe, thank you so much for being on the show today. You've been an excellent guest.
Sure. Say hi to Tyler for me.
I will. Oh, Joe. Joe's just trying to live in the world with all these strong ass women that tell him what to do. I get it. Yeah, I think, you know what? I think that's a good thing, because my son has had to deal with me as a mom, and my other sons as well. But now that Tyler's like out in the world, he's had to do. I think he's more equipped to A, stand up for himself, but B, also let the lady take the lead, and you know what I mean. So, Mary.
Yes, Nasia.
I had a lovely conversation with your son.
Oh, how's he doing?
He's great. He's a little bitter about the car situation, but
he'll get over it.
I know he will. So one of the things I admire about you the most is that you always have pushed me to be something outside of motherhood, and push me to explore and cultivate and be creative and do things outside of being a mom. Is that something that naturally comes to you, or is it something you had to learn yourself? Because I think it's really important for parents in general to just have something that's their own outside of their children.
It is. I mean, my mother was a traditional, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s.
Right.
She was a housewife, educated, was a school teacher, had a master's degree, got pregnant or married, and then got pregnant with her first child, and never went back to work again, and took care of the house, took care of the kids, and all that stuff. So I have a twin sister, and she had some health problems along the way. She's fine, but I was given an opportunity to be sort of an observer of that environment. And I remember at a very young age thinking, wow, if my mom just had like something else to do, that would be nice to see. I mean, right. I didn't understand why I was thinking that, but in my gut, it was saying, we need this as parents. And so it wasn't a learned choice. It was a gut choice. And so when I became a parent, I never gave up having another aspect of my life that could add to my parenting skills. I think that's really important. Yeah, because it does add to your parenting skills.
Absolutely. It does. It gives you, I feel like it gives you a chance to breathe, so that when you come back to being a parent and you come home to your kids, your husband, your house, or whatever, you're happy to come home because they were missed and you were doing something you enjoyed while you were missing them.
Yeah, they need to see that.
Absolutely. And I think it's really hard for actors and actresses like yourself, because it's such a demanding job in a different way than a 9-to-5 is.
Right. And you work and then you don't work, and you work and then you don't work.
Right.
Although with my kids, they just thought that was normal.
Right. That's true. Yeah, you get used to it, whatever it is.
Yeah, it's like, people still to this day, what's it like to be a twin? I don't know. What's it like to not be a twin? I don't know. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think it's really important. And this podcast has been a great outlet for me to play and be creative and talk to funny parents and talk to, parents that don't usually probably talk about parenting in this way. And I'm so glad and happy that you were on. This is the season finale of our first season of Parenting on the Fly.
I'm honored.
And you were closing it out, sister.
Oh, thank you, sister. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you. So if you guys are in the Hudson Valley area, you can check out Mary Ward and her classes, her phenomenal classes for all ages improv.
It's Mary Ward Acting and Improv.
There it is.
And the address is www.actingandimprov.com.
Perfect. And you can check out all of the classes she offers. And I think there's even a picture of me on the website.
Yeah, there is.
One of our many dinners out together after class.
Yeah.
But check her out. And I'm just so grateful that you brought improv into my life. I totally stumbled upon your class through another friend who was taking the class. And she was like, you need to come to this class. And I'm like, improv? I'm like, what is that? Like, I don't even, like, I know Whose Line Is It Anyway? That's kind of all I knew.
Yeah.
And I stepped in and you were so welcoming and so warm and just brought me into the fold. And it made it really comfortable for me to do something I was not very comfortable with.
Well, I'm really happy that you know, you came into my life. So there you go.
It's a win-win.
It's a win-win.
Well, thank you so much, Miss Mary. And thank you guys for listening to the first season of Parenting on the Fly. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any feedback, comments, complaints, jokes, limerick songs you want to post in the comments, please do. And we'll be back next season with all new amazing guests, all new funny parents, and more Parenting on the Fly. See you guys later.
If you like this episode and want to hear more tales of making stuff up as we go, please subscribe to our show, give us a rating, and drop us a review. Thanks so much for listening to Parenting on the Fly.